but that is it for me for today. The only like special announcement I have is I do have a Discord server open, and the link is in the description. That is for all if you watch anime, K-dramas, C-dramas, read danmei, like any of that, manga. Join that, and like it's just like a place for people to talk to, because I don't have enough people in my life to talk about these things with, and I need friends to talk about these things with. So yes, please, I might even just cut this and put this in the beginning of the video, because I need people to join so I can talk to people about these things. Hello and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be all about the final book of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. I always want to add something in the beginning. This was a thick book. This was 400 pages, I believe. No, it was over. It was 425 in total. So this was a pretty thick book, and I did not want this book to end. I didn't want the story to end. So imagine my sadness when it actually ends here. It ends on page like 187. That's where we get the end. And all of this are several extras, which I knew that there would be after reading Have an Official's Blessing, and then I was told that this would also have some, but I was not expecting half the book to be extras. So I will say, this had a bunch of ups and downs. It wrapped everything up very nicely, and we did get to see finally our main couple get together. So after leaving off from book 4, I was super worried about what Wei Wuxian was going to do, because he was upset, emotions were running high, tensions were cuttable in the air. Just things looked perfect to be set up for a very dramatic, unnecessary encounter with something bad. And in a way that did happen. We get the entire scene within the temple with Wei Wuxian realizing, coming to terms with his feelings for Lan Wangji, and everything happening. Wangji coming back, his brother still being essentially a captive, Jinling coming and getting stuck in this mess. Just things were super, super tense. And then we have Wangxian just in the corner cuddling for most of it. So it was incredibly intense. That was actually probably my favorite section in this book, just due to how tense the situation was. Guang Yao had so much power in that moment, especially in the time to where he had one of the strings around Wei Wuxian's neck. He literally had his life in his hands, and that made it so easy to manipulate Wang Ji, because he's not going to let anything happen to Wei Wuxian after finally getting him back after, like, what was it, 15-20 years? I now even forget that. So all of that was, like I said, it was my favorite. We got to see kind of the last bits of like the Golden Core conversation. We get to see the confession between the couple. We get to see Shi Chen be manipulated into killing Jing Guangyao. And it's just a lot of stuff happens in this section. And it is the most intense that like I've read in a while for this series. And of course, afterwards, we get the like shocking revelation that Shizu knows his childhood past and that he was a Wen. And I was not expecting that. I thought that that was going to be hidden. I thought that that was like going to go to their graves with them. But no, he doesn't. And in a way, I like that, because that shows his connection to both Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji, who took care of him after Wei Wuxian had passed. So it does show his connection to both of them, and I do really like that, because he is very much their child, very much like the fans say. I totally agree with that. So after that, it basically doesn't go into a whole lot more. The random Wangxian sex scene, which I've read plenty in my day, but this one, it seemed so uncomfortable physically. Like, what, there was no lube, no foreplay, no nothing. Reading all of the sex scenes that just have Wang Ji pushing into Wei Wuxian made me physically tense because it just seemed so painful to read. I did not like how the sex scenes were described. So that I would be reading them. I would be reading and it would get to that part and it would literally just throw me out of the immersion. And yeah, so I like that they got together. I don't need to read more. But hey, that's what fan fictions are for. What are you gonna do? But we also got such adorable illustrations throughout this book. I love them. The one of them cuddling during the incense burner extra is probably one of my favorites. It's so cute. But when it does come to the extras, these were not my favorite extras. Like, some of them like, one of them actually, like, put me on a reading slump because I tried to get through it and I just couldn't. So, like, not all of them were like that. Like, the family banquet, I loved because it really showed the nice, cute domestic side. Wang Ji cooks food for Wei Wuxian because he knows that the Long cuisine isn't really his favorite and he kind of struggles to eat it, which, given the description, I would too. And, like, I just love, like, the domestic, like, showcase of the relationship. That's what I want out of extras. That's why I really like the Heaven Official's Blessing extras, because it showed a lot of the main couple in their domestic life. We got to see them just, like, spending time together. And that's why I really liked this one. Now, the incense burner one, I really enjoyed it too. We kind of got to see the difference in their, like, dreams. It's so funny because the entire time you're reading it, you see Wei Wuxian as the horny one, and his dream is actually just them retiring out to a nice little cabin, working on the fields and stuff, and the most risque that it gets is they go to bathe together after a day's work. But Wang Ji is literally dreaming about taking him, like, in, like, the library. And then that entire scene was just, wow. Once again, if there was just, like, foreplay or, like, lubrication involved, it would have been so much easier to read for me. But the description just sounded so painful. It took me out every time. This beautiful illustration of the Lan brothers. These illustrations were just great in this one. Oops. Come back. Go back. Which one was after? There were so many of these, I can't remember the order that they were in. Villainous Friends. This one put me into a reading slump. Villainous Friends. Because I hate Jin Guangyao. I don't want to read any more about him unless it's his suffering. And Xiaoyang, I'm sorry, his name is Xuyang. Xuyang, I don't really care about. Like, he was the villain. I don't need to know any more of his backstory. Like, I don't care. So that one, I don't know, it wasn't even that long. But I did not care. Gatecrasher, I thought was adorable because it showed, like, 3 of my favorite characters. And they actually, like, they went through, they were showing, like, the steps to what they would do on a case when they had a hunt. And it was like they were mentoring Shizhi. I'm sorry, his name is so hard for me to say. I'm trying my best. But they would try and show him and be like, here's what we do, here's why we do this. It was so cute, and I love that they were interacting with him because I love him. He's like their son. And just the entire, like, back and forth, and just, I love the vengeance that came at the end. It was just him knocking out the dick. The man was just so rude, and, like, he was not remorseful at all, and I'm so happy that they did not stop the corpse from just, like, getting revenge, because he didn't kill him, barely even hurt him, but dude, he deserves so much more. The Iron Hook followed a similar path, but I liked it a bit less. I'm not sure if it because it involved everyone or if it went on for a lot longer. Maybe it's because it went on for so long. This also took me forever to read. Like, it's so thick. This is just one extra. All of this. But it did bring more like light to Jinling. And I did like that because I feel like we don't get a whole lot of him, but I feel like he's such an important character. I also feel bad for the kid. Like, one uncle's like overprotective and the other tries to kill him. Like, this poor child. And that's just his uncles because his parents are dead too. Like, this poor child. I just want to give him a hug. But yeah, this one, I thought it was great that Jinling got kind of the forefront, like the spotlight and everything. I did really love that, but that was really all that I liked out of it. Lotus seeds. I kind of forget about this one, honestly. I had to like kind of look back on it whenever I was writing my little review. But I did like that we could see like the devotion from Wang Ji about wanting to share stuff with Wei Wuxian, even if Wang Ji had to travel like an entire day and like sail out on a boat to like try these lotus seeds just because he wanted to feel close to Wuxian. I liked that, but that is also all I remember from that. And it was also very long. Like, these, I think these extras just went on longer than I wanted them to. I don't know how to say the U in like the Romanized Chinese. I don't know if it's like more like a U or like an O. So I apologize if I say that wrong. But the 𝕬𝕚𝕟 extra, that was also very cute. I believe that's also the one that is... So apparently when I ordered this, I ordered it from Barnes, and they gave me like the Barnes exclusive, and it came with the 𝕬𝕚𝕟 extra like color illustrated in the back, and that was really cool. But this one, it was cute. It was another like domestic. It was like Wang Xian out on a date. And it was just so cute. I liked it. Oh, I forgot how short that one was, and that there's another from Dawn Till Dusk. There's so many extras in this. I thought there was only 7. But yeah, there's 8 extras in this entire thing. It's insanely long. But this one was probably... I liked this more than... I don't know where I placed this one, but I did like it because it showed like 2 sides of Wang Xian. It showed both the like lustful side and also like the domestic, like they're grading the juniors' papers and they're talking about their lives, and Wang Ji takes such good care of Wuxian. But again, sex scene with no lube, and I can only imagine the painful friction. Ow! But I believe that is it. And then we get the beautiful ending thank you note. And that was when I was so sad because I didn't have any more to read for this couple, and I had to turn to AO3. But overall, I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed the series as a whole. I don't know. I plan on doing like a reread of all the danmei. Like, I don't know. When I finished Heaven Official's Blessing, I said, okay, I want to give myself like a year and then come back and reread it with the knowledge that I have, the knowledge I've gained of like danmei, like the Chinese culture wrapped in it, more understanding of it from like just I've read it and know what happens and the connection standpoint. Because I feel like both of these would really... they would really prosper from a reread, and I want to do that. I just don't know when. I almost want to do like a live like read with me, just like little streams for these. Also, like, I wanted to do that with some manga to like motivate me to read, because I have a box set of Tokyo Ghoul, and I also have some Death Note novels that I need to read, and I feel like they would be long enough to do like an hour, 2 hours maybe, if I push it, like a read with me stream. So I was thinking about that. But yeah, overall, Really liked it. The extras were sadly not my favorites. I only really loved a few of them. I liked most of them. But I want the extras to focus on the main couple. I don't. Villainous Friends just like took me out, and I don't know why the hook one, it was just too long. I love that it focused on Jinling, but it was too long. Yeah, but overall, great book. Loved it. Please start using lube. Please. Like, ugh, that. But yes, great book. Probably 4 stars, 4.5. I use Storygraph now, and I think I can give half stars. I don't know. The extras, just the shortness of like the story, like made it to where like the ending of the story and the extras were each like 50% of the grade, and I don't know. I'll probably give it 4.5 because it was still really good. I love the ending. It was great. But yeah, you know what? It gets 4.5. The tension in the temple, yes, it can earn that grade. Yes. But yeah, that is about it. Yeah, but if you have read this book, let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to read them. I already have book 1 of the, hang on, I have to get used to this name. The self-saving villainous, the villainous self-saving serving system. I have the other one by this author. I have the 3rd. I'm apparently reading them all backwards. But yes, I have book 1 of that one. That will be the next one that I read. I kind of want to take a break from reading the danmei though, to read maybe some manga and stuff like that. So I don't know when that one will start for the next one. But yes, I do plan on reading that one next, and I do have a bunch of others recommended, so there will certainly be no lack of danmei reviews. Okay, but that is going to be it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you think I did a good job, give me a thumbs up to let me know. I'm still trying to improve how I structure my reviews, because for me, I just don't really know how I should structure these things. But I'm trying. So I hope to see you in a future video, hopefully with better structure. Bye guys.